Hey, 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 early Merry Christmas here in Kuma's kitchen. Well, actually getting ready for Christmas because this is something you have to make early to make it the best. And one of the secrets to making it the best is right here. Well, we're going to find out in a minute. So what is this? Well, I call this Brandied apple and walnut fruitcake. And I know some fruitcake is really dry and all that kind of stuff. Well, this one isn't. Got good density, and it hasn't even gone through the process yet. This has just been baked. Alrighty, it's good. It's going to get even better over the weeks leading up to Christmas. So let's follow along. Let's go in the kitchen and see exactly how you make a fantastic fruitcake, just like my mother used to make. To make this fruitcake, well, here are the ingredients. First of all, there's a bunch of spices we got across the front here, and baking powder. So we've got 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves. Then over here, butter. Well, a good half cup of butter. And butter has been sitting out at room temperature. Now it's not exactly a very cool or very warm room temperature in here right now. It's almost like it's just suddenly gotten cold, just like that. So it's still gonna be a little hard, but we're just gonna make it easier to cream by having it at room temperature. Over here, we've got 1 cup of sugar, and again, that's my favorite unrefined cane sugar. So any sugar will do. 2 eggs. 1/3 of a cup of molasses, good thick molasses, which again, because it's cold, is going to take a while to pour out of there. And over here, 3/4 of a cup of chopped up figs, dried figs, and chopped up in about, a little bit over 1/4 inch or 5, 6, 7 millimeter pieces, roughly. And over here, this is a half a cup of raisins. Another 3/4 of a cup over here of dates, also chopped up, just like the figs, dried dates, chopped up in about 1/4 inch or so pieces. Look at that. Then over here, 1 cup of walnut pieces. Those are all about, you can see about that size. Then across the back, well, here I've got 2 cups of flour. And this is 1 apple cored and then grated. I just grate it with the skin on and everything. Of course, wash it well to get any pesticides or anything off there. Now, one more thing that we're going to have, one more ingredient that is not out here, is not measured, but you're going to need some brandy. Now, that's going to go in later. That's not going in today. That's going later, and that is the trick to making a really good fruit cake. Right in here. We'll go over that later on in the video. All right, so first of all, let's get going on all this. What I want to do, well, one of the things is just get all these dry ingredients into the flour. So that, and that. There we go. All right, so that's into the flour, and then I'm just going to mix that around until it's kind of combined throughout the flour. There's a couple lifts and turns, and that's good to go. All right, I'm going to put that off to one side, because what I'm going to do now is I want to cream that butter. So let's put some of these things up towards the front here. I'm going to get my big bowl in here. I'm going to throw the butter into the bowl, and just use the back of the spoon, a little bit of elbow grease, to cream that butter. All right, once that butter's softened up a bit, just give myself a bit more room here, in goes the sugar. I'm going to cream that sugar into the butter. So again, it's going to be a lot of squishing across there until you get it all coming together. All right, that took a little bit of grease, but we finally got the sugar creamed into the butter. Now, if your kitchen is warm, There's no heat in this kitchen. If your kitchen's warm, it's gonna be a little easier. But it's a bit chilly in here today, so that's made for a little bit more arm strength needed on that one. All right, next thing I want to do, add in the eggs. So crack the 2 eggs in there. And the molasses. I'm going to get that in there. I have to use this to give it a hand because it's going to take a while to pour otherwise. Get all that molasses in there. All right, that's about got it all in there. Love molasses. Yes, very good. All right, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get the mixer in here and bring this all together. I'm gonna mix this for a while until it's just nice and smooth and creamy. Here we go. All right, that is looking good. You see that's quite smooth now. That's the way we want it. Let's get those off there. Oh. That's good stuff already. You can basically taste molasses. And I love molasses. All right, what I'm going to do now is mix in these other ingredients. So in go the walnuts, in go the dates, the figs, the raisins. I'm going to mix those in a bit first. Just going to get this around and then add, oh look at that. Ah, it's just wonderful looking. Let's get the apples in here. Mix that all in. Now it's this apple that's really going to help give this a really nice texture to the fruitcake. All right, that's looking really good. So now, in goes the flour. Now I'm going to do the flour about half at a time, make it a little easier to mix in there, because this is going to get a little heavy. All right, get that in there. Okay, there we go. Get everything off to one side here. All right, so now just mixing until it all comes together. Now, see this heavy consistency? That's what you want. That makes a fantastic fruitcake. I want that density in there. I don't like those little fluffy fruitcakes. All right, that's looking good. Everything's mixed together. What I've got over here is I got 2 pound loaf tins, and what I've done with them is first buttered them and then put in the cooking paper. Always use that butter like glue. You know, you stick that in there, it's so much easier to get that cooking paper in there. Putting cooking paper in the tins, yeah, it's not my most fun job. And I'll tell you, if somebody out there invents a gadget that will do this, I'll be like one of the Apple fanboys who'll be first in line getting one of those, because boy, that would make life so much easier. I'm just waiting for somebody to contact me now and say, hey Kevin, we've got that. We tried it on your Kuma's Kitchen. Speaking of which, there's going to be something coming up on Kuma's Kitchen. I was given something. I'm not going to give away the surprise as to what it is, It's pretty cool. And I'm just looking forward to when I have time to actually do an unboxing and demonstration of it, because I think it's going to be pretty cool. But hopefully within the next couple weeks. All right, so look at it. What I'm doing here is I'm just divvying this up between the two. I'm trying to get it even amount in each. Oh, that is smelling so good too. Okay. All right, what I do now is just kind of work that down, work this out even. When I get nice, even shaped loaves. So work it into the corners, smooth across the top. That one's looking pretty good. Yeah, that's one done. Get the other one done now. Okay, there we go. We got two pretty even. You want the loaf size to be pretty even, so it could be even baking. Gonna go in the oven over there now at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius for 50 minutes. Then I'll be back. See you then. All right, these are looking great. Just come out of the oven, and you can see how they're cracking across the top there. That's a good sign. Just do a little test here. Run that down in there. That's coming up pretty good. Yeah, it's a little bit there, but that's it. Yeah, that's looking good. All right. Yeah, you can see the crumbs on there. It's going to be a little tiny bit of moistness in there. It's not like an ordinary cake. You want that extra moisture in there, so that is absolutely perfect. Now, what we got to do is we're going to get these out of here and get them cooling. So, grab a cooling rack. Let's see here. And you see, because we've got that paper in there. Up and on. And try not to burn your fingers. And up and on. All right, so those are out of the way. Those are a little hot. Carry them out like that. Like that. There we go. All right. Now what I'm going to have to do is basically want to let these cool overnight. So I'm going to throw a towel across them. But at least let this cool down a couple hours. It's later here, so I'm going to let this cool overnight. But remember, we got one more step to go yet. So let's come back once these are cooled. Get them ready for deliciousness. All right, see you in a while. Or in this case, see you tomorrow morning. All right, so that's cooled down nicely. Let's have a look at these. Looking great. So what I want to do now, this is the trick that makes sure you have a fantastic fruitcake. This is where the brandy comes in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this off to one side. Let's work on one at a time. Bring one out here. Let's move that cooking paper. And then take the cloth. Any kind of cloth will do. My mom used to always use just some old muslin cloth, she called it. But I don't have any of that, so tea towels are going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it nicely in this. Around we go. Okay. Now, once you got it wrapped in the cloth, then what we're going to do is we're going to make you're going to take some aluminum foil. Oh, get out here. Get some aluminum foil. Hey, it's early in the morning. The coordination is not its best quite yet. All right. Yeah, it's about 6:30 in the morning. You don't have to do it this way. You can just let it sit for a couple hours. But I have to go off and do some work today. I'm a tour guide today, so get this done, and then I'm out of here. All right, let's put that over this way. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to be able to wrap this. So pull it up a little bit. Pull that up a little bit. Start pulling that into the sides here. All right. That's got it so it's like a little bowl right now, and this is going to finish off the outside here. Actually, what is this? Yeah, perfect. Okay. All right. So now this is where the brandy comes in, and now you just start soaking it with brandy. So I guess you should pull that back a bit so I can get at these ends too. So just pouring the brandy across there. A good, generous pour. Yes, there's no real measurement for this. It's just like do this, and then you wrap it up. Then you let it sit for a week. Oh, we got some on the outside. And then you do it again. Okay, so that's one of them ready to go. Oops, a little bit of brandy left there. Well, that'll be fine. Okay, now do the other one afterwards. But what you want to do now is up until Christmas, about once a week, just kind of open it up, pour a little bit more brandy in there. And what it's doing is it's soaking the brandy into the fruitcake, which makes for an absolutely fantastic fruitcake. So look forward to that this Christmas. All right, if you like this Christmas fruitcake recipe and you want some more Christmas recipes, well, check out the rest of the channel here at Kuma's Kitchen. There's a bunch of original Christmas recipes from Kevin Riley. And I'm going to have at the end of this video, I'm going to pop up in the card down below. There's going to be my favorite Swiss Christmas recipe for Brunswick cookies. You want to make some of those for Christmas. Now, go make some of this and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.